So this video will definitely be over a few days. Some things I haven't shared, and it doesn't look as though I've done a lot in the day. Starting off this particular day, because I like to put my washing out, is my dark washing, like leggings and everything like that. I also wanted to get my son's Daniel's bed done, stripped, remade and put a clean bedding on. I used to love changing furniture around, but I can't, so now it's just a matter of changing the bedding. Like I said, even if I have to put it in my airing cupboard afterwards, it's nice when you get a fine day and just a bit of wind so that the washing will dry. So now I've put out my light washing. This is all mine, like my pyjamas and tops. Each day I try to break up my washing on different whether it's darks, colours, bedding, towels, my son's obviously working clothes. I did make his bed and I put his Xbox set on. Here is the next day. I did a reset. This particular day I was going to an appointment, and so I made sure everything was done. I did have a few minutes actually to sit and have my coffee. Now I attended to actually do some videoing and a little nature walk and everything after the surgery, but it absolutely chucked it down with rain, and this lasted all day, and the paths and everything just could not cope. Then on the way back I just went and picked up a pint of milk. I didn't go into B&M, I didn't go into the shopping centre. I just went to my appointment, came home, and as you can see, by the time I got home it was only 10 to 9. So this was the next day. It was pretty good day after all the rain yesterday. So I got my towels done. I did my black washing, which is like my cloakroom towel, tea towels and everything like that. All right, I've done Daniel's bed. So it's my bed today. I did actually make it this morning, but the weather has been so unpredictable recently, and a few days I've been in and out like a jack in the box. So family members always sort of say to me, when every time I mention about putting washing out or gardening, we tend to start having rain. We've had hail, we've had wind, we've had quite a few bad days off and on, especially when I had my appointment. So what I'm going to do is I am going to strip my bed and put clean bedding on, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to hang out my washing. So this video, if I haven't mentioned previously, because obviously sometimes I can't remember what I've said and what I haven't, will be over a few days. So while the weather's holding, I put the bedding out. It's brightened up quite a bit. I know I mentioned the weather quite a lot in this video, but that's just the one thing. So what I've decided to do is to trim the front lawn. This hasn't been trimmed this year, mowed or anything. Normally it's done beforehand, but I'm going to give it a go. So this is now been trimmed. I probably won't get the hedge done because it's a heavy duty sort of strimmer, so it gets heavy, so it's taken me quite a while. So all I've got left to do is just sweep the path up and just give it a general tidy up, which I have done here. Really pleased to got this done, so now it's got time to actually dry out before I actually mow the front lawn. So at this stage, all that I had to do then is to go round the corner shop. So I popped round the corner shop. I needed some bread. So I got the Co-op bread. We've had this a number of times and found it fine. This was £1.35.
And then I got some assorted crisps. A declaration, if I get the prices wrong, I think they might have been £1.19 each. So I got the bacon rashers, we've got the ready salted potato sticks and the cheese puffs. So I think they were £1.19 each. Just because I've got a visitor coming tomorrow, so I'll probably do sandwiches and crisps and possibly cake. So I've finished the front lawn, so I'm just about to see about possibly trimming the back lawn before Daniel comes home for his dinner. So I'm going to get on while the weather's fine so that the grass has got time to actually dry out before mowing it, hopefully maybe tomorrow. So I'm about to try and trim the back lawn. It is actually clouded over, although time's getting on now, but I had to sort of rest after I did the front. I did it in sort of stages because the trimmer is, although it's more heavy duty than my previous one, it does get heavy. So I'm going to get at least I hope to get the lawn done. If nothing else, like I said, then it's got a chance to dry out. Unfortunately, I got this bit trimmed and all around the outside, and it's just spitting of rain, so I've had to pick up due to obviously electrical and everything. So it's a shame that I didn't actually finish the back. Maybe I shouldn't have stopped so many times, but it is quite hard going with the strimmer. But we'll see what happens. If we don't have too much rain tonight, maybe I'll get it finished tomorrow. Okay, due to the fact that it is raining now, I've came in and I've put clean bedding on my bed now. So I put the check set on, left the blanket. Hopefully we're going to get some decent weather. I keep saying this. Besides gardening, I want to get all the blankets washed, sleeping bag and everything, some bedding I keep downstairs in those boxes under my lounge window. So quite a few things, and it would be nice to start opening the windows up. I did have the heating on for an hour this morning because it was quite cold this morning. So we're still sort of getting those frosts and cold mornings. It's been, I think, the first time in over a week I've had the heating on, but yeah, it's really dull and everything. So I've got to put some laundry away. I'm still waiting for Daniel to finish work. He finishes work at 6, so I've got about half an hour or so. So I've got some laundry to do, and also want to hoover the hall and the back doorway. If I can get the rest done, I will, just because obviously I've tried to keep down the mess from the lawns as much as possible, but I tend to hoover up when I've done any gardening, and obviously the mats at the front and back doorways as well. So that is the next couple of jobs on my list.
So I'm going into the hoovering. I got most of the downstairs done, which I was really happy about. Keeping on top of things I've learnt over especially the last few years. If you don't feel well, then if you've got your basics done, which you know is my 10 item pickup, 30-minute tidy up, laundry, I've also incorporated paperwork if possible, and making sure that when paperwork comes through the door, it's not just opened and sort of left in the basket, or I've got a little rack in my hall, but it's dealt with. You know, little things like that, having them in place does help, even if you don't feel like doing anything. Like a lot around this video is about washing, laundry, getting paintwork sort of cleaned. I got my sort of ceiling light fans to clean and things like that. Sort of get my spring cleaning done. Hopefully you're enjoying this sort of format. I've done this a few times now over, say, a week, and hopefully you would comment to see whether you like this, whether you like me explaining with the voiceover or talking what I'm doing and clubbing it all together. I am appreciating that this format is working with me due to the fact I've had a number of appointments at the hospital and the surgery and things like that, and sometimes it does seem that I haven't got a lot done in that day, but I've done my basics, and as you know, I try and work around, visiting, whether it's family or friends. And phone calls also is another one that I've tried not to put off so that I don't so I don't actually end up so long on the phone when I'm doing voiceover. It's thinking what you want to say and get the point across as quickly as possible, and I try not waffling as I probably am doing now, but keeping on top of it is the main thing. I try to clear up after the meal. It doesn't always happen, but I try at least get the washing up done, even if I leave it on the draining mat for the next day. I had a few minutes, so while my son was having a bath, I thought I'd just quickly, sort of reset the kitchen. I have got a few little clutter spots on the work surface, which I will deal with, whether, as I said, doing the voiceover through the week, I put things on a list, and that will probably for the next day, just to declutter again my work surfaces. They can get cluttered really quickly, and I've mentioned this, a number of people on YouTube do that. Once you start cluttering a space, worktop, wherever, it tends to escalate. If it's a cleared work surface, then it tends to keep clear, if that makes sense, which I'm sure you can understand. So as I said, I'm just wiping over quickly the work surfaces and the sink, and I'm actually putting my washing up away. Some of it was already dry and everything. I did on this particular day have the meal ready for when Daniel came in from work. He does come in quite late, and especially if he gets holed up at work. My youngest son still lives at home and has been a great support to myself. I don't know what I would have done without him, and it's nice having that presence in the home. I'm not going to dwell on my background, but if you've been following me, you know what's been going on in my life, but this is mainly to get through and share that even doing a little bit each day does work, and it keeps on top of everything. I do have those days that even I struggle, but I'm quite happy if I can sort of do one or two things, at least maybe one thing a day, and it feels as though you've accomplished something at the end of the day. So this is the next day, so I'm hopefully going to finish trimming the back lawn. So we'll see if it dries enough then to mow it. Probably not, but anyway, we are forecast rain. At the moment it's not too bad, so I'm going to get on. It sounds as though there's somebody else actually mowing the lawn by the sound of it, or doing some work. So yeah, I'm going to get on and carry on with the back garden. I finished trimming my back lawn. I don't know whether you can tell, but that is basically where I got to yesterday, and the outside, so I had all this to do. So it dried out quite a bit, but where I've trimmed it, not so much. So yeah, I'm not sure that I'm going to get it actually mowed today. It is forecast rain, like I might have mentioned. So next job on my list when I've had a break is to weed the path.
and sweep and put my lights back, and then the back will be done, I think, for today. So I finished with the back for today. I did some weeding on the path, I put the lights back, I've swept up, so I've just got to let the lawn now dry out. And then another time on my list is to get the fencing repainted. I like this forest green. So yeah, so far obviously doing some work on the front and the back hasn't cost me any money except for time. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I've got done so far with my gardens. After I finished doing the back garden, I thought I'd better come back in and tidy up. I had a friend here all morning and we did a craft session. She actually come up with this ideas that she found online, and she found some of the pictures and everything, which is these. It's actually made out of old Christmas cards and everything. So we did a couple of sort of dummy runs on it, and she's taken the one home that she did with cards, and we also made a template which is 2 bits, and it's over here. So this is one part of it, and then this is the other part, and what it gets sort of like this, so it sort of bends a shade. This is white, and then you match it all up and you have a shoe sort of shape, if that makes sense. It might make more sense when I actually share it, but I had some of this sort of I had a few of these left. It's like a thicker felt, more stiffer, so I thought I would try it, and I made this little shoe. And the idea is then you put sweets and everything and hang them on the tree or whatever you want. Now I probably doing it this way, not using a card of any sort, is actually maybe you know, back it up with some card maybe, I don't know. I don't mind it like this, it's not too bad. And then just put a loop there, and my sewing's not brilliant, but I did pretty well. I did this sort of stitch on the outside, then like a chain stitch there. I made this little mini tassel, and like I said, you fill it up with sort of little treats or sweets, chocolates and things like that. As I said, we both were sort of and she did a material one like this as well, and hers is slightly different, and also I've got to have a go at the card one and see how that comes out. So yeah, so I've got to tidy all this up. I've got my sewing basket out over there as well. As I said, it's been a while since doing some sewing. As I said, I'm not the brilliantest sewer, but I'm quite pleased with getting that done. I'm supposed to be doing a decoration at least once a month, so I'm hoping, you know, through this month is to make a few more different ones like these, and as I say, make them out of maybe old cards or something, or even some of these papers out of this book here I got from the works. I would use more of the plainer sort of papers and see how that goes. So watch this space. So I'm not sure if this is going to be the end of this video, because I have spread it over a couple of days, and I've also been doing a bit of gardening and everything. It's coming over black now, so I think we are finally going to get some rain. So I want to tidy up this, put a bit more laundry away, and cook the evening meal. Other than that, I'm going to call it an early sort of day, and just sort of do a reset then before going to bed. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.